The rabbit is leveling as we speak. We're bumping him up through Minotaur. We're just getting into the reds in a second here. So once he's done, we could go back to Kempton, but, you know, until then, rabbit is obviously the priority, so we'll keep working on him. I think to celebrate our rabbit, we should pull one sacred for fun as a little celebratory thing, because we're on the 2 times sacred, so never know. You know, could just be fun. Maybe we'll hit gold. We didn't hit gold. We hit trash, but that's okay. In memory of the rabbit, mycelic priestorn, you are in my in memoriam. Rabbit is halfway done, and time for him to go full 6-star sicko mode. There's that. We have to ascend him now also. I'm out of stuff. I forgot Cham training was still going on. Imagine. I could awaken my Kemptum. Forgot about that totally. And I can awaken my rabbit. Razzlevarg engage. Can now buy a 2-star soul if I ever find one in the market. I haven't seen one in the market, but if I do find one, I can. And finished masteries for the rabbit. He is complete. I don't know exactly what I have to do on him, but I know I have to do stuff on him eventually. Same with Blessing. Not sure what I'm going to put on him. It actually might end up being like Cruelty or something. Yes, but tomorrow Clan vs. Clan happens. We could book out the rabbit, and then we have to start checking clan boss speeds. I have to make a clan boss team with a rabbit, a killable double protection big tanky boy clan boss team. Not sure the gist of how I could pull it off, but it should be able to 1-key all affinity full auto, which is the dream, but take a lot of fiddling. I need more money, so we're going to spend the night running Spider, because it's the super raids, and get ourselves some money. We need some more money. Probably do a big gear purge also. So Clan vs. Clan is back on, so we could now book out our Razzlevarg. We do want all the books, so we can just give him the full schmoke. He can have it all. I'm not sure if it's more than 12 books. I'm sick, by the way, so keep that in mind. Yeah, that's it. All right, he's done. I don't think I got anyone else I really want to book out, so that's probably that for that. I claimed all my stuff for only in Tier 1 this time. I think to celebrate Razzlevarg, as today's Razzlevarg day. There is... Oh, I lied. I thought there was a 10 times for voids. Nope, never mind. We'll check back tomorrow. I'm going to start working on Razzlevarg now. We've got a lot of work to do. I have to gear him and get the speeds going. Let me just show you what the speeds look like. It's the Razzle Dazzle Unkillable. There's an unkillable version with Razzlevarg. There's also a different version that uses him. Razzle Dazzle Survival. That's what I'll be doing. So Razzlevarg plus 2 ally protects plus a DPS plus a cleanser. So for me it's going to be Razzlevarg, Krisk, Snicktrack, Python, and I think Venomage here. The reason I choose those people is actually pretty interesting. Veno has this really interesting ability with her passive. That means we just take 15% less damage. This is a tank team, so that's very good. You stack that with things like Python's passives, making us take 5% less damage for each buff on us, which we'll have pretty heavy uptime on. There's a good chance I might swap out Venomage for a second buff extender in Sandlashed. Because, yeah, just because we get extra extensions, and, yeah, put her in a poison set also for extra whatever, but the speeds are going to be tricky. You have to get everyone to fairly high speeds. 187 for Python's not hard at all, but like 264 for Razzlevarg. Because of the speed aura, I can be a little bit generous. So 242 speed. I just need to hit the true speeds, so whatever that is. Yeah. Very interesting, I know. Okay, so I spent the last hour fidgeting with these speeds. I think they're going to work. I don't really know. We're just going to kind of send it and see what happens. I could work on it as time progresses, but hopefully it syncs up properly and there's going to be a lot of fiddling to do, but the speeds are right, so it should work. I just don't know about like the specific team setups. I know for Razzlevarg I have to set his Knight of the Rabbit opener, then keep up if you can, which is the thing that does the AoE leech and heals himself. And this is what does the increased speed and accuracy, so I'm not sure the exact ordering, but we're just going to kind of play it by ear, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's just send it and see what happens, and let's see how it progresses. It should, I guess, just kind of work as Razzlevarg continues to buff the team. He should just keep gaining speed and gaining advantage as time goes on. Eventually I'll be doing like a mill damage a turn, I think is the thing, as it starts to ramp. Not exactly sure. We're kind of playing it by ear here, so let's just see what we get to at the end. Something I've identified so far after watching this, it's going pretty well actually, the damage per turn, is I have no one to strip his buffs, and I have no one to place weaken. So I'm thinking maybe we take out Vino and put in Razin, because that takes care of stripping buffs and takes care of weaken. Might be a play. I would lose the 15% less damage from having the heal reduction, but I'm not sure how much that matters anyway. I currently have Pythion and Krisk and Guardian sets, so we're spreading the Ally Protect love effectively as much as I can. The Rabbit is, I think, already taking 3-to-1 turns at this point. His speed is so high, he's going like super duper duper fast. Every time he places that increased speed in the team, he gains a flat amount of speed, and he's at like 500 speed, which I think is the cap or something, so he's going. Yeah, I just don't know. I think I need more damage from a weaken, and I think I need more survivability from removing that increased attack he has. Should be interesting. We're getting pretty up there in turn meter. I'm getting some sync issues, which I do have to resolve. This is currently like not a good affinity for me. So this is all, and I think we're still good at probably 2 key, which is fine. But I do have some sync issues with Pythion, I believe, is not cleansing properly. This is going to be a lot of fiddling for the team setups to get it all work cohesively. And then you have to solve the issue of his increased attack and his lack of weaken, which I believe we can rectify by removing Vino and putting in Razin. But that itself is going to take some fiddling. You can see the AoE hit, even on turn 40, basically tickles, and that was with increased attack, because I have 2 layers of Ally Protect with 2 layers of Guardian with multiple layers of other fucking stuff. But yeah, the stun hits are starting to pretty much come close to one-shotting me. There's a big AoE. We actually have a res we could do here to eke out some more stuff. Not sure if they're going to sustain. Not sure if I can even recover from this, really. Let's find out. Oh, actually, probably. Yeah, that's funny. Well, again, we're going to probably 2 key with, you know, the wrong situation. So it should be fine, ultimately. Rabbit has gone down. Also, when he dies, he keeps his speed. So whatever his speed was at, so if his speed was, you know, 400, 500, when he gets revived, it's going to be back at that same mark. So pretty comfy there. Again, 2 keying would be doing 36 mil, I believe, close to it. So we're going to be pretty much right in the money, if not a little higher. So also it's full auto, full affinity. The main thing I disliked about my previous team is I had to do all the fiddling, all the setup, all the nonsense. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever do that. I just want to click auto and walk away. And this is going to accomplish that. So it's already 1,000 times better. We're actually getting a little bit higher than I thought we were going to get. So a little bit of a buffer into 2 key. We've somehow survived past turn 50. We're just like, you know, so chonky. But he's hitting, as you can see. These 100Ks. I'm pretty sure that's a block revive too. So I think we're probably on the back half here of a, yeah, revive block. So after turn 50 it's block revive. Not really supposed to get to turn 50, but I am, because the chonky boys. So we're going to try to mess with some people in that Vino spot. I think the other spots are fine. I think we have to just change Pythion's priority. But aside from that, I would say that's a pretty successful test. Turn 57. The damage is interesting, actually. Vino's giving us a lot of damage from poisons. What I really want to be curious about is can I replace Vino with the rat? Okay, so we're trying the Razzlevarg team again, but with Sandlashed instead of Vino Mage. Should help with the debuffs and buffs and extensions. And this way, we also decrease his buff duration, meaning his attacks should fall off faster. And our increased duration of our buffs means we'll have them up longer. Plus, she's in a toxic set, which is just, you know, some free extra damage with counterattack. So, should be good. So, we'll see how much we do this key versus the last one. The last one was like 44 mil. So, we'll see which one this is. So, at like turn 50, I think they got like out of sync or something with the counterattacks or the ally protect. So, I'm going to reset it and try again and see if we can do better. Now I have it so Snicktrack's doing the shield first, Krisk does the defense first, and then Snicktrack will do his ally protect, and Krisk will do his, increasing the duration of all of them. This should layer better. Let's just see what happens. Alright, so ultimately, that was less than great. Sandlash and the poison set ended up doing the most damage, but they just didn't survive as long. So we'll try Razin next. I guess tomorrow. Still very much 2-keyed. So not to worry there. But I think I'll mess around with some people. I know I want to try looking at the list of people who can remove buffs. It also might serve useful. It's not a huge list, to be honest. Consistently. I don't know what was AoE. We have Razin, we talked about as one of the potential options. And that's about it. So Razin and Gerd are the two I'm interested in. Gerd is interesting. She has a chance of applying debuff spread, which doesn't do anything. And then she does something else. The other thing, I don't think her kit does anything actually. To be honest, that part of it. She has AoE chance of placing a weaken, then places poisons, then she removes a buff, then removes, puts on 2 more poisons, then cleanses the team. But yeah, this doesn't seem very good either. I don't really know. I think Razin's the play. Mess around with Razin. Gonna be seeing how it performs on Nightmare now. The tune should be the same. I'm not sure if Vino is better than Sandlashed ultimately, so I think we'll just keep it in Sandlashed for now. And hopefully it just, you know, gets there. Alright, so it appears that Nightmare was not a problem at all. 40 mil is 1 keying. They did it in 67. Or 630 today, so I'm curious to see what the results will be, if they'll be different and by how much. We averaged 42 the first time, and then like 38 the second time. So let's see what the sacred. Let's see what the averages are now. I'd be interested to see if it's that much different at all. Put my rabbit in my Hydra team also. If it's any consolation, that is a great piece of stone skin. Cool. Yeah, I gotta put my rabbit on my wish list too. We got a reset on Doom Tower, which is kind of fun. We can plug in hard here, see how far we get, then swap to a normal as we often do. It's currently a 10 times for Warlord. I figured we'd just like shoot our shot for fun. We're nowhere near Mercy, but you know, why not? Could be fun. Three in a dream. Because why not? It's the sick luck. That's what I'm going to associate to. The fact that I'm sick. I'll get lucky in my mind. My mind is full of lies. Still plugging away at Tag Team Arena. We are closer than farther to that 500 champion slain. So very exciting times there. Alright, Force was 46.7. Pretty standard. I wonder if Razzlevarg died like super early or something. 4 mil seems like so low compared to Snicktrack's 13. I assume it's because his Brimstone's, I guess, prioritizing? I don't know what happened here, but let's, yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Maybe change the team ordering somehow. I guess Razzlevarg just died. I mean, I guess him weak hitting could be the cause, but that seems like a drastic difference. Okay, let's change the opener from Sandlash to A1, and then she'll increase the second time. Let's see if that makes a marked difference at all. I like this testing part's the fun part of these clan boss teams. Also, the fact that we have a full affinity, full auto, 2-key nightmare, 2-key ultra, 1-key nightmare is the comfiest thing that we've been trying to establish for such a long time. I could just wake up, hit auto, tab out, and not have to fucking worry, you know? That's the goal. So I'm pretty happy already about this. And now we can start to work on other projects. I got to watch this time, and again, Razzlevarg is dying super early. And for some reason, the way that the sync is set up is he's not able to get revived and then get enough buffs on him to stay alive. Obviously, past turn 50, he can't. He's block revived, so he can't come back. But I guess it's kind of a moot point, right? They're still 2-keying, so it's like whatever. But yeah, Razzlevarg is just not able to resync himself to where he stays alive. I might have to tweak the order in which they're casting their abilities yet again. See if it makes a difference, because even after turn 50, these boys are tanking a lot of the hits. So just imagine if during this entire time Razzlevarg was also alive, he'd be easily doing 50-60 mil damage. So it's very fascinating, but it's all part of the process. Either way, it's still mission success for how much damage I'm doing, and 2-keying full auto all affinity, 43 mil, very comfy 2-key yet again. We check the overall damage output here. You'll see it is, whoa, shop's loading. You're at 45 mil a key, no problem. It's always fun to check our clan. We have a pretty maxed clan, right? A lot of people do 1-key damage with their unkillable teams. It's fun to see. I think I'm the only person who's doing a non-unkillable team, like a killable team, so everyone else has some form of block damage or unkillable. Demitha, Helicath, Demitha, Helicath, Demitha. Yeah. Oh, Henlo. He has 2-key triple ally protect, so he's also in the same situation. It's fun to see though. It's a hard thing to pull off. So it's cool to see the people who can do it. Back to tag team I go. Not sure if he works, but I want to try Nishak in the team. So I put him in 216 speed, the same spot as the DPS spot. So in place of like Sandlash. With I'm not getting any real special stuff. He should just do his thing, looks like normal, which is places his bombs, grants him an extra turn. He does his A2, and this is A1. Yeah, we'll just see if it works. I have no idea, but should be fun. He's doing a lot of damage. I don't know if he'll survive or work with the layering properly. Alright, pretty average, but you can see that Nishak did a ton of damage. Alright, currently there is a 10x active. Nobody from the Gaellen Pact at all, so that's a skip. There's also an event going on called the Path of Spring, which does give us extremely juicy, a 5-star Razzlevarg Perfect Soul. Unfortunately, it is locked behind many levels of bullshit that we cannot access. Not that we could access but don't want to, we literally could not access it. So the point breakdown requires the equivalency of having either 10,000 mystery shards, 21 sacreds, or running 45,000 energy worth of dragon. Some combination of these things. We couldn't do this if we wanted to. Literally couldn't even if we tried. So I can get to like 10,000 energy or something, maybe 20, but like I don't have enough anything to do it. So just a pass. We're just not gonna be able to do that. That's okay. We can start putting energy back into doing Iron Twins, which is kind of fun. So there's that. I did finish. I think we said I finished a Kemptom's Masteries. So I'll start to work on him for Spider in the near future. Still climbing Doom Tower for the 80 there. Craft 10 boots at the forge using boot charms. Well, we could do that as well. But yeah, Doom Tower is going good. We are climbing up, very slowly climbing up on normal. I want to test out on Void what it feels like to use the Rat King, so we'll send them in and see what this looks like. And see how far Razzlevarg survives. Put together a pretty fast Dragon 20 team, I think. I really gotta incorporate Seer somehow, but it seems like there's no resetting in the Gaellen Pact for champion skills that Seer honestly is just like slower than me just throwing in 4 nukers and Uko to keep them on pace. Razelvark does pretty decent work, honestly, considering he's like the least nuker of the nukers, but yeah, Siege Hulk does huge wave clear. Fushan does huge wave clear. Obviously, the Rat King is the king of all single target, so yeah. It's crazy how far the Gaellen Pact has come, though, as far as their progression, and really look forward to building out a Kemptum once this 3-time speed event is over, but gotta take advantage of the fact that it's a 3-time speed on Dragon. Can't miss out on that good stuff. I do think we're going to transition probably back to Dragon 25. I did want to just see how these runs would go. And they went pretty fast. They're all sub 2 minutes. Which, honestly, is about as fast as if I was just soloing it with the Rat King. So it's like, you know, not crazy. Also, I did like 50 runs in total now, and I didn't get a single speed piece. So, you know, hashtag events. Total, I ran like 75 Dragon. And this is the only speed piece I've gotten that has speed. So, you know, there's that. Not great, but that's life in 3 times. I think days where it's on Spirit, I want to take out the Rat and put in Sandlash. I think Sandlash is just better. Anyway, unironically, I think Sandlash is just better than the Rat, just because of the layering. I just gotta make sure she does her opens with her A1, and then this is priority. But yeah, I think it should be fine. We'll see what happens. This is the first big day in Spirit, so we'll try to keep a watch on it, I guess. We should have the cleanse on the decreased speed, or I should say the block buff should be active for the AoE ability, which would do the decreased speed right now. Yeah, okay, so block that. Good. Okay, so I think that they went out of sync at some point. Not gonna lie, I tabbed out. This might be a little under 2 key, actually. Yeah, 17.8. I need... Oh, no, I'm still 2 keying. Barely. That's, you know, too close for comfort, so I'm gonna have to double check what happened there, or what's going on. May have to change the layering, but still 2 keyed, but just a little too close for comfort. Wanted to showcase the power of the poison set that Sandlash is in on a force affinity, which is positive affinity for her. She survives a little bit longer, maybe. She did most of the damage of the team, followed by Snick Track again, positive affinity. Python, neutral affinity, Krisk neutral affinity. Python has 1 attack, Krisk has 2, so makes sense, I guess, and Brimstone would be proccing more often. But yeah, you could see the damage. Razelvark dies so early. She just dies early. It's so hard to keep that fucking rabbit alive. It's crazy. I'm at the point now with the rabbit team that I'm like just kind of messing around with priorities, because I'm not 100% sure what the fuck is the appropriate decisions, right? So I'll do things like make Snick Track's thing his second choice and make this his opener, and then make this the second choice always. And then we'll see if that performs better, because currently the rabbit's just like not surviving. I'm still not sure why. He's in like the most defensive gear possible, so really just waiting and seeing now. So on Spirit, Python just died because he's the like the wrong affinity, and I don't know if I can make it to 2 key if he dies this early, but we're gonna find out. It's kind of important he survives, so I'm not sure what the play is. I don't have anyone else who could fill that spot. That's neutral affinity, or he's at least a better affinity against Spirit, which is the worst affinity for me. As you can see, it's going to start to fall apart here pretty fast. So, I'm not sure if I just, or, you know, whatever. I guess I just reset is the plan. Try to make Python a little tankier, but I don't really know if that's going to work out, or if any amount of tanky is going to be good enough. Or I could swap back the turn order, right? We could put Snick Track's turn order back reversed again and see if it makes a difference. So that was 29 mil. Python died at like turn 41, I think, or 42. Okay, let's try this now and see if this makes any marked difference. Well, it's basically, you know, the same. I wonder if on days like today, I swap out Sandlash and put in Vino. Or maybe that's just why Vino's just better. Full stop. I don't really know. This is all part of the experimenting still. We'll try Vino here. I think she's still built the same. Okay, it can actually be a lot faster than I thought. 218 is fine actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 218. Let's try. Oh, might as well just give her a 16. Let's try Vino in Sandlash spot and see if it makes a difference for Spirit Affinity. I'm not sure if it does, but we'll just, we're just goobing around. All right, we'll see at the end. Say la vie. All right, so this was, not much better, if at all. Marginally better, I think, as the kids say. I don't know what the other. I guess I could probably put on Razin, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking the problem is that he's getting the increased attack. That's the biggest issue. So who could strip consistently? I think Razin's the only thing I could really think of here. So we could get our Razin. I don't know if our Razin's even geared for this, but we could make him geared for this to the best of our abilities. Okay, what's the sweet spot again? It's like 215 to 220 something. Our Razin is 2-starred, and he's at 165. All right, so he's built like a dingbat. Good. All right, we got Razin in stalwart, perception. The speed's right. The defense is right. Pretty much everything's okay. His accuracy is a little under, but I actually can. If I need to, no, never mind. That's maxed. I thought I was going to be able to do something there. That's maxed. Yeah, that's it. So let's just run it with him and see if it is any different. Really, I don't really know what we're going to expect here, but at the very least, he'll be stripping buffs semi-consistently. Just have to turn off bog down. Don't use, and then just prioritize this as an opener, shear. And that should be that. All right, we'll just see how that goes. Okay, so legally it's going a little bit better, but I see the cracks forming as sometimes things don't overlap properly. I don't think my rabbit's fast enough. I think I have to get him like 5 speed faster to offset when every like 7 to 8 turns he doesn't have block buffs or the cleanse from Python coming up fast enough. Very niche scenarios, but this is why making survival teams is so much harder than making just unkillable teams, because there's a lot more to have to think about. So Razin stripping buffs, even on the wrong affinity, is making a substantial difference, but I think the rabbit has to be a little bit faster. I think I might have to flip the turn order of the ally protects yet again. And I think that should make enough of a difference on Spirit to guarantee 2 keying. But as you can see, this is already a marked increase. That was the double slam with increased attack, and I survived on turn 46. So we're about to hit the shit turns here in a second. But if I can get to 40 mil, I'm still good on this 2 key. This is going to hurt right now, though, because I don't think... Yeah, okay, we survived that. That was impressive. The next one's going to be spooky, though, I think, if we don't get healed back to full. I think the rabbit's probably going to die right now, because I think he's going to take 2 extra turns and then drop his buffs. Maybe not with the extend. No, he's going to go down. He's going to... He's up. He's fine. Good thing. That's because Razin and Python are wrong affinities, so they're getting targeted first. Okay, we actually might be good here to do like 41, 42. Yeah, I'm not sure if having Razin and Stalwart makes the most sense, but it seems to be okay. if I can just get to, what is it, 39? I think that should be fine for today. But now we know for this, I think I just keep razzing on. Stripping buffs seems to be the most important thing. I don't have a block buffs really, so that doesn't help us at all. But yeah, it's going okay. One Krisk against the world. Zip zap. All right, 40 mil. That'll do. Wrong affinity again. Razin still does fucking damage. Wrong affinity. He's bringing that weaken also. Let's not forget that a weaken is substantial. So yeah, he's doing a good job. So that was the wrong affinity, and I still 2-keyed out how to do spider, and I built a Kemptum to do it. I want to show you why and how and who, what, where. It's very funny, but I had to test a lot of things to get to this point. Now you can look at the damage spread. No damage. If these have any damage, it's just from Brimstone. And then there's a Kemptum. So I've done up to 10. 7's comfy. It's a different fight. It's a different fight than normal spider. And I want to show you how a Kemptum's built, how he works, why he works, and what is happening there. First off, Path of Spring. It's about to end. At least I got my gems. That's all I cared about. So there's that. Do I have any energy to grab? Or do I have to wait till like reset to show off? So long story short, the way that this works is around 2 key principles. Okay. Hard mode spider takes damage when the little spiderlings die. And you have to blow up the little spiderlings, and then that blows up the big spider, and he hits like a fucking truck. But there's weird ways you could do it, and one of the great ways is a Kemptum. Now, what a Kemptum does is a passive that says there's a chance of inflicting damage from 1 poison to enemies under Hex whenever their ally receives poison, meaning your poisons become HP burns, effectively. Alright? Now, you pair this with the fact that his A1 triple hit applies poisons if they're under Hex. It also does a debuff spread from the target to all the little spiderlings. His A2 triple hit that does Hex and increases the duration of Hex if they're not under Hex. If they're under Hex, it just puts on Hex. And then we have, so we want an A1 when the target's already under Hex. So how do we put on Hex? Well, for the Gaellen Pact, we got Cleoptrix. This is the best way to do it, basically. She has her A3, increase accuracy on herself, puts on a Hex for 3 turns on all enemies. And then that's really all she does. Her A2's turned off. Her A1 just puts on Weaken, which does something, I guess. And then we have Virgin Card in the team for a bolster set, the one we use for Arena. He's just for shield. Snake Tracks for shield and keeping everyone alive, and so is Pythion. So these 3 are the 3 you'd want. There's one other piece to this puzzle that makes this a lot smoother, which we don't have, and that is Laberga. She is a Gaellen Pact, God bless, and we'll get her eventually for free, because she's a Doom Tower side room person. We're currently working on, what is her name? Z. So after we finish Z, in 4 months, 5 months, whatever it is, then we'll start working on Laberga. So in 8 months, we'll have Laberga. Laberga is the only poison sensitivity in the Gaellen Pact. More importantly, she already has poison with this set. So basically what would happen is Laberga would go first, or actually Cleoptrix can go first. Doesn't really matter. One of those 2 go first. They put 2 poisons and a poison sensitivity on the spider. They put Hex on the spider. And then you have a Kemptum goes, and a Kemptum spreads those hexes and poisons everywhere. Then the spider gets to go, and then all the little spiderlings die, and then the big spider dies, and then he takes like 40% of his life. Okay. And also spider 7, or doing hard mode spider, means you can drop pieces of gear that are, what's it called? Mystic? And if you look here, I didn't have any previously, but guess what? Doing this, I've gotten 1 piece. That's for Shadowkin Banner, which actually has the Mystic Speed. It would be really cool if it was Gaellen Pact, but it's not. But we'll still keep that. But we'll get a lot more money this way. And we are really, honestly, we're desperate for accessories. For a lot of banners and stuff like that. So this is going to be great. So all our excess energy now, aside from doing Iron Twins, can be focused on this. So now we have a team that could do Spider hard, which is huge. So let me show you what it looks like. We'll do the process in slow-mo, I guess, in the beginning. So Cleoptrix is going to do her Hex, her AoE Hex. Boom, Hex on everybody. Okay, and then what's going to happen is he's going to do his A1, and he didn't hit a poison. So this is what happens, unfortunately, sometimes. When he whiffs his A1, I mean, he whiffed a 50-50 3 times in a row, we're just going to get nugged. And then it's going to do no damage. That happens. It's not common. I'd have to whiff a 50-50. And this is where if you have Laberga, or someone who could put a poison on before, what's it called, a Kemptum can go, it's a little bit of a redundancy there. But if we have a hard time without Laberga and keeping everyone alive, we don't have the consistency we normally would have. So what happens is, those two die, that's fine. Here comes the big Hex hit, and you can see there the huge chunk of his life down. Python reses everybody, puts on Strengthen. We'll put on the other buffs also, like we'll have increased defense, we'll have increased whatever. We just have to survive a couple turns. I typically don't die, and typically these runs are successful within a minute. This is like the worst case scenario, which is good to showcase still. Now it's just about these 3 fools have to just tank until Python gets his res back up, which should be next turn. And then once that's up, I'll be able to rinse and repeat, basically. Alternatively, I could put in a poison in place of, what's it called? One of, like, someone like Snick Track, just to have a level of consistency there. Oh, so that's just a wipe. So we can put, like, someone to poison on their A1, or as a guaranteed poison. That also works. Let me show you, see if we can get a successful run here to showcase it. So far it's been like 90% chance of success. Okay, now Kemptum, that was pretty bad also. I'm not sure why Cleoptrix is whiffing. Maybe if they get their accuracy higher. I'm not sure why they're not landing all their buffs. I have to do some research, I think. Even if we fail a wave, Kemptum has really good redundancy with his abilities, and he'll get those debuffs spread so fast that you'll see it still chunks the Spider. So it's not the end of the world. And they have to be built fast also. So Kemptum, Cleoptrix, they have to be built like 250 speed or close to it, and then like 300 plus 350 accuracy or something ridiculous. So it's a lot to do. But you can see here that's a minute and a half. Success incoming here. Pretty much just going to proc off the next ability. And yeah, it's not too bad. It's just if I had a way of getting one more poison before them, that'd be nice, but I'd have to build someone to just poison, I guess, and then leave. I don't even know who would just literally poison once and then fuck off. But yeah, that's it. That's the entire setup. Yaga. This is your time to shine, Yaga. I guess I could book and build Gerda. That seems bad. Well, maybe someone like Taurus, actually. Taurus puts on 4 poisons. He places them too so they won't miss. Well, this makes floor 70 done. And tomorrow we have the progression of our big mission, finally. Which means we'll be able to, at the very least, you know, get on to the next page of our missions. But I have no idea what's in store for us. So truly it is just a wait and see type scenario. But we're gonna, you know, we're gonna with arms wide open. So I ended up building Gerda to place poisons. Also put her in bolster. It's not big bolster. She's not even have 50k life, but it's a little bit of bolster, so it makes a difference. 243 means she's a little bit faster than Kentum, a little bit slower than Cleoptrix, and her accuracy is not quite good enough, but it's as good as I can get her because it's hard. It's hard to get people the right accuracy and speed, and in sets for hard spider. So that is that. So what we're showcase what exactly it looks like, 'cause it's interesting now. Also, I'm doing 8, not 7. I was having issues with 7 because of affinity, but 8 fixes the affinity problems. So, I no longer have issues with affinity. So, let me show you what it looks like. We could do it on auto. I guess we'll just do it on slow. So you can see what happens. So, Cleoptrix is going to do the hex. And then Gerda's going to do... There's the hex on everyone. Gerda's going to do the poison on everyone. Boom, there's the poison. And then Kemptom's going to do debuff spread. And then Spider's going to go. Actually, Snake Track goes first. And then Spider goes. And he takes a huge chunk of life. That's the first reset. I'll put it back in 2-speed. And then the second reset is going to be Spiders go down. And then Cleoptrix is going to do A1. Gerda's going to do her A3. And Kemptom's going to do his AoE Hex. Spider goes again. Next huge chunk of damage. Boom. Now everyone should have their abilities basically back up again. So A1 rotate, Cleoptrix does her AoE Hex again. I think on the next turn. I don't actually think we need to. Maybe we're down one turn. We're waiting. Yeah, there's one down. There's one turn down, which is supposed to be here. I guess it's because Cleoptrix is just the cooldown's really long. It's like a 4-turn cooldown. But all the spiders should go out now. And then a Kemptom does the spread. I think Cleoptrix does the hex now. Still no hex, huh? I guess a Kemptom got it. Anyway, it's pretty redundant. I've had a very low failure rate, like maybe 5% from the setup. Between Python and Stick Track to keep everyone alive. Why is Cleoptrix just not doing her AoE at all? I gotta double check that. Something's weird's happening here. I mean, he's dead anyway to the next bit. What the fuck? What is happening? Why is Cleoptrix only A1ing? I have to set the priority or something different. She's doing some stupid shit. Why is she just A1ing? She's just perpetually A1ing. Why doesn't she use her Hex? It's not on an 8-turn cooldown. What is she doing? Hello? Cleo? A1 again. What are you doing, Cleo? Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Something is stupid with my fucking dumb bird. What are you doing, stupid bird? What? Oh my god. Why is it set to don't use? Oh, you stupid bird. Stupid, stupid bird. Okay, well that explains that problem. So now it's going to be opener and then first choice, not opener and don't use. Literally wiping because of this stupid bird. Boom, next big hit on Spider, going out. Boom, big hit. Perfect. Alright, now guess who's going to have her AoE up again next? The stupid bird. Let's go. Come on, dumb bird. Spread the buffs. Boom, dumb bird. Still A1ing. How long is the cooldown? Is it a 19-turn cooldown? Why is she A1ing again? Did it not save? Sky's punishment. Come on, bird. There you go. Holy hell, Batman. That was forever. Okay. Fucking stupid bird. Anyway, there's that. So that's how that works. It's basically flawless now, but fucking dumb bird. It's doing dumb bird things. Currently on Doom Tower floor 80 here. With the completion of this Eternal Dragon, we should be on to, if not our second to last mission of the page. And I really have no idea what's next. We're going to find out together. And that's exciting. Okay, there's that. It should trigger the mission. Boom. Alright. Unlock tier 6 masteries for 10 champions. We've done that. Okay, so this is a big moment. We're finished with the sacred page. Gonna collect our sacred. We're on to the next page here. Part 7. I have no... Ooh. Oh my god, there's some exciting things here. Oh, we're fucked already over there. Well, we've got some exciting things. Okay, so first exciting thing is we're unlocking the undead faction wars. Now I see not too far behind that, if you put your attention over here, reach silver 2 and tag team. That's a big wall. if we can get past that wall, it's then silver 3 in tag team. So we're going to be locked behind pushing tag team pretty hard here for seemingly a very long time. Yeah, I don't even know if there's anything else that's difficult. Silver 4 in tag team. It's just all this tag team shit is so tremendously hard. Start to clear 21s and crypts. That's a fun one. And then I'm assuming gold 1 in tag team. No, not even in this section. We just have to progress into silver. Yeah, I don't really know what's going to be required of us past that, but we've got a long road ahead of us. I guess first things first, we could check, when is Undead even open? There's no shot it's just open today, is it? Maybe that is. No. Undead opens in 6 days. We just missed it. So 6 days, we'll be able to rotate around and do that, which will give us this void, by the way, which is kind of nice. So some fun to be had there. But yeah, we're on to a new section, a new window of fun. A lot to be had, a lot to do. I look forward to progressing, and I guess I have to set my sights on working on my tag team yet again, climbing back up to silver. If I can, silver 2, which will, I believe, unlock the Night Revenants faction crypt. So, making big strides in the Gaellen Pact.